Namaskar ji. Despite some practices I name as evening practices, you can practice them in the morning or any time of the day. But better, of course, in the evening. Today we will make the yin yoga, but what is interesting, we will start from the pranayama. But first, of course, sankalpa. Crisscross your legs in a very comfortable position. You always start the practice with a comfortable position. You change the criss-cross of the legs from the comfortable one. When we start the practice, we always sit comfortably. Do not do that. Then, tailbone in, shoulder blades together, shoulders down, shoulders a little bit back. Then, when you do this, create a space in your neck. Try to make your head kind of longer because of that neck. It might be more difficult than you think. Then close your eyes and make a sankalpa. Sankalpa, any wish, any desire that you have, you do it. Make a wish. Today's pranayama calls bhastrika or blacksmith bellows. This kind of pranayama makes our inner organs warmer. So during the practice you will feel yourself warmer. You will feel yourself warmer from the breathing. So what we do first, we are working kinda, if you believe in this, of course. We work with the right side of the body. Right side of the body is a masculine energy. First we work with the masculine energy, then we work with the feminine energy, then we work with the sushumna nadi, we work with the main channel, and this channel is a mix of the man and feminine, masculine and feminine. What is important during this breathing technique, we concentrating on breathing in and breathing out. So on the breathing in, our belly should be like a balloon, go forward, as far forward as you can. On the exhale, you try to make belly as deep as you can. I will show the easy variation right now without Uddiyana Bandha or Mula Bandha. In future, I will show you how make it a little bit more difficult, but when you will be able to work with your belly, because it's very important. 80% of our immune system is in here, and that is why pranayamas are helping to boost immune system. What we do? It is very important. On the right hand, we do our favorite Vishnu Mudra. The first and the second finger will go to the beginning of the big finger, and the pinky will go under the ring finger. And when we will be working with the right side, we will close the left nostril. And when we will be working with the left side, we will be closing the right nostril. What is important is the way how you breathe. You breathe with the belly. All of the conscious must be in a belly and the lower belly. So notice, I will show like we will be making with the sushumna more, because we will be concentrating on it more. But it doesn't matter, is it the time of the morning or the evening, it is matter for you only. So inhale, exhale. So as deep as you can, work with the belly. So we start by closing the left nostril. So start with the right. With the left palm, we leave it open. So start breathing through the right nostril. If you cannot hold your fingers here, you can put it there, here. It is okay. And now, start. 30. We have breath 30 breaths. And right now, kind of close your eyes, or you can make it with the open eyes. Notice the quality of your breath, how warm it is. It might be warm in a chest, in a back, in a lower back. Notice where it is. This is the place where your energy kind of stuck, but all of the body must be warm simultaneously everywhere. That is why you might feel somewhere more, somewhere less, and then you know how your energy flows. This was the waking up man's channel, masculine energy, the energy of activeness. Right now, we will wake up the feminine energy, the energy of creation. So whenever you need to create something, like creative type of work, you need to have the left side working more. So right now we're closing the right nostril, and we will be making the same with the left nostril. With my left palm, I'm showing what we do. So inhale, belly forward, open palm. Exhale, belly in as deep as you can, as much as you can. And start. Now let go of your arm, and now notice you might feel a little bit of dizziness, you might feel lightheaded. It is totally normal, because when we breathe, our mind just haven't used to it, of such an amount of the air. The air that we breathe in, it's right now it's more in us. You know, for those who are losing weight, this is the most important, because we are losing weight mostly the breathing out. So whenever you breathing out your fat, the carbon dioxide. So our fat falls into water and carbon dioxide. You breathing out your fat. That is why it is important to breathe. That is why during practices of yoga you're losing your weight in the right places, because you breathe in a correct way. Right now we will be working with the Sushumna Nadi. It is far more difficult, and you will feel the lower back, the upper back, everywhere. And moreover, you will feel your belly, because you are really working out with your belly. It might be difficult when you're just starting to make it, but in the future it will become more easier with each practice. So you may leave your hands wherever you want. You may leave them on the knees, open palms. It doesn't matter right now. I will explain what mudra means and when it is important to have a precise one. But right now we are concentrating only on the working with the belly. So inhale, belly forward as much as you can. It's like if you were pregnant. Exhale in. Now 30. Right now you may feel warm everywhere, and you can close your eyes and just notice a little bit of dizziness, and it's totally normal. Just breathe here. This is the moment when you understand your body. This is the moment when you understand who you are and what you are, because while you were breathing you weren't able to think about anything else except for breathing. Just breathe. Notice the changes. It might be that you feel the energy in your arms, in your legs, everything that you feel. You may always write to me what you feel and I will help with understanding what it is. It is quite normal that you may even feel that your head is kind of heavy on one side. There are interesting parts of the way how feminine and masculine energy goes inside of us. Now, both feet forward. I know that it might be a little bit difficult right now, but you will handle it. Okay, the asana that we will make right now calls the Agni Stakasana, the fire lock actually. Since we are fiery breathing, we need some fire in our legs as well. Put your feet on the edges of the mat in order to make this movement, knee to the feet. This will help you to prepare you to the next asana. This is the asana by itself. That is why do not skip it. Whenever you want to skip the asana, no, this asana is the one that you need the most. So, we start from the right side. Try to make the line from the right knee to the right heel parallel to the shorter side of the mat. You can always tell that it is the parallel when you are looking at your mat. The hip, try to make it a little bit parallel to the longer side of the mat, but a little angle. We try to make the triangle inside. The left heel will go to the right knee. The height right now can be very diverse, because if you're flexible enough physically from the birth, you will be able to do this. If you're not flexible from the birth, it is difficult. That is why what you do, you first find out where is your flexibility. So if it's look like this, you put both palms on the left hip and just step by step you pulling your left hip towards the heel like this. It is okay if you cannot do it. You can put something underneath the left knee, like bolster, blanket, pillow, whatever you have. You can pull it here. It will be difficult, but it will make your life easier. Of course, I'm against that because I believe that our body will work far more better without any help. But if you need, you can use. And it is very important that both sit bones is on the floor. So if you feel that one of the sit bones isn't on the floor, put the blanket underneath the one that isn't on the floor. It will be more easier. It will be preparing you to the practice itself for the future. So what do? We try to sit with a straight spine right now. So tailbone in, shoulder blades together, shoulders back, and sit in this position, fire lock. Feel yourself in fire. And while you're sitting, notice that the breathing has changed, that your mind has changed. The way you see things, the way you feel right now yourself is very different. You may close your eyes, you may be with the open eyes as you feel. Everything is right. What I'm trying to explain to my students always, that your practice belongs to you. You do whatever you feel is right. And the practice itself, you need it to become more healthier. That is why do not try to overdo something. Try to be yourself. Actually, being yourself shows on the yoga mat a lot. Where you try to prove yourself, where you try to make a little bit more, go a little bit deeper, try to make something else. It is the way it works, yes. But it's quite normal. Whatever you feel is normal. Remember it. When we are practicing, when we finding our edges, we are playing with them. We do not try to overcome them at first. We try to find out what we can do, where we go. That's how life works. The more you understand yourself, the more you accept yourself, the more growth it will be. Do not try to feel more pain, if you will. In yoga, pain is a bad sign. It is a sign that you do too much. Yoga is a work of the mind, heart, and physical body. You finding the balance between these three. Yogic mind is understanding what is a discipline. It is being able to practice and love yourself during the practice. Do not bite yourself for it, something that you cannot do. Even if you do not practice the whole practice, or you do it in a bed, it's quite normal. Just do it. What you really need is you. Real you. You need to find out where that person hides from everything. It is interesting that in Sanskrit there are some words which can be understood by people whose Sanskrit is a native language. We have some roots to the Sanskrit, and I'm talking not about Hindi language. Just enjoy. Enjoy the way you breathe. Everything that you feel is right. Remember that. And now, very carefully, starting to let go of our legs. Step by step, as you went inside of the asana, you go from it. So, feet will go to the edges of the mat, so knee to the heel again. It will help you to relax those muscles with which we were working. We all need to start somewhere. We all need to start at some way in the practice. Start with what you can. Start with even practicing the mat, and then you will find the appetite for the practice. Now we change the position of the left leg. We try to make the knee and the heel on the same line, parallel to the short edge of the mat. And the same as we done on one side, we do on the other. So the right heel will go to the left knee, and we try to make it like this as well. Remember, if you weren't able to sit on one side on both seat bones, you put something underneath the seat bone. If you weren't able to reach with the right knee, the left heel right now, we are putting the bolster or something underneath the right knee. Of course, if you cannot reach and you do not use bolster or pillow or something, you just get your palms on the hip, and from this position you just pull and try to make the knee to the heel. It is totally normal. Physically, from the birth, we have some genetical things. This kind of posture genetically can be changed. For example, if you have a brother or sister, and if you are able to do this asana, your brother or sister, if the person even do not do any sport or anything, like this person will be able to do this asana. This is genetical program, let's just say. Some asanas like this one, precisely this one. This is very interesting though. Genetically, we are having some strength and some not that strong sides, but it is working. It is understanding where you're at. and understanding how hard it is for you at some point, and make the weaker side stronger. Actually, being strong is knowing your weakness. We say that you are as strong as your weakest point. So when you know your weakness, when you know how to protect yourself in that weakness point and the way that you work, that is important. That is the work. Work on your weakest point. But you need to find it. So for example, if the flexibility is your weakest point, it is the place where you're supposed to work. If the strong practices are difficult for you, so you need to work with the stamina. And stamina is more work about of the mind. The more stronger your mind will be, the more easier it will be to make those type of asanas. The world works this way. Find your weakness, make it your strong side. But again, it is always your choice. Don't make someone make the choices for you. When you let someone to make a choice for you, you give this person the strength to rule your life. I think it is your life. So live it, do and make out of it the best things. But again, it's only my opinion. I always say, as a teacher, you need to listen to and read a lot of different books, listen to different teachers, and then make your own opinion, feel your own things, see your own visions. Because some things can work only with you and might not work with someone else. That is why it is important, especially when your abilities are opening clairvoyance, clairaudience. The reason why they are opening, it is important as well. This is a tricky thing. These abilities isn't for someone precisely, they belong to everyone. Everyone is able to do it. The issue is how much person is able to look inside and actually work with the dark side. And dark side doesn't mean the bad thing. Dark side, it is emotional side, it is feminine side. Even inside of the feminine part of the world, feminine side was hidden and now it's opening. You never know what you may find there. Not so many people want to work with themselves. The most hardest work is the work with yourself. And now let's finally go your legs to the edges of the mat, and again, feet, knee to the feet, and enjoy. Remember, whatever you feel, it is the right thing to do. It is the right feeling. But of course, don't be lazy, practice. And we will finish the practice with this asana. This asana calls Baddha-Konasana. It will help to ease the positioning that we were doing, but we need to make a little bit of the butterfly position. A little bit of movement, but a little bit. Then make the flesh out of the sit bones and try to make the heels as close to the torso as you can. And just breathe. And enjoy. In future, in Baddha-Konasana, we will be making it more deeper. We will be making and going deeper in this asana. If you think that it is the end, what you see, it is just the beginning. All of the asanas are endless. You can never tell. You never can tell. the most amazing and the most important asana, Shavasana. So what do? We lay down on our back, feet on the distance of the edges of the mat, arms on both sides of the torso, and close your eyes and enjoy and just breathe. You may stay in this asana as much